Right, so today we've got a 2002 Volkswagen Bora, similar to the Volkswagen Golfs, etc. Mark IV. MOT advisory on this, rear wheel bearing. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And rear wheel bearing on this car. There you go, there is the rear wheel bearing. This is what we're going to be changing today. Rear wheel bearing, brand new MOT advisory, you get new lock in that and etc. The good thing about this, if you haven't got any mechanical knowledge, they actually got instructions, guys. They actually got instructions, tells you how to replace it. But we're going to be doing this and showing you how to replace it properly. Alright, first things first, I've already jacked it up. You can see the trolley jack underneath. Already jacked this up, whip the wheel off. Right, next thing we're going to be doing now the wheel's off on coilover suspension, we're going to be whipping the brake caliper off, taking this off, loosening this nut in here, taking the pin out. But first things first, we have to release the handbrake. So make sure your car's got chocks on the wheels, stop it rolling. We've got to release the handbrake. Let's do that now. Right, next thing we've got to do, one bolt here on the back of the brake caliper. One bolt here to take the calipers off. Do that now. There we go, brake calipers off. Took the two bolts out. I'm gonna have to remove the pads. These are brand new pads. Well, I haven't done many miles. Remove the pads because the disc's got to come off. The bearing is behind this here. So what we're gonna do, see if we can split this. As I said, there's instructions. If you don't know how to do it, there is instructions to help you, which is, I don't know whether that's a good thing or not, because I think using the instructions, I don't think that if you haven't got any knowledge to fixing cars, it's not really going to make it a bit any safer, is it? That's the way I would think about it. Nearly off. There we are. Oh, packed to grease. I must have been in here not that long ago because I packed all this up with grease. There you go. So this is what we've got to do. Whip this bolt off. Get the disc off. Whip this bolt off. And yeah, we'll be ready. And you'll see the bearing. Once I've undone this, got the disc off. This looks a bit rounded. This little bolt here. Get all this off, you'll be able to see the wheel bearing. So let's get this off, undo this. I'll show you with the special tool I've got that gets the center lock hub thing off as well. As you can see, I've whipped the brake disc locking screw out, and this should, yep, there we go. Brake disc off. Here, this, oh God, that does feel a bit, yeah, this is the wheel bearing here. So this is what the whole thing we're replacing. Right, this is the socket. See the shape of it? You can't really see the shape of this, but you can a bit now that it's got like little spikes. This is the socket. I'll go on there. Sorry about the camera angle, guys. This, there you go. Yeah, straight on there. Whip that middle bolt out. I'll put you back on when that's out. Right, we have loosened it. This bolt, oh, I compacted lots and lots of grease into there. Loads of grease into this. There we go. Now it might be a bit of a pain, but we've got to pull this whole thing off of here. Right, so what we're going to carry on doing, we've got all this off. It was a bit of a pain to get off, as half of the bearing decided to where is it? The bearing come apart. and this bit was stuck on, this bit come off, this bit was stuck on, and I had to, it took me about half hour to get that off, chiseled it off. So what we're going to do, clean this shaft that the new one's going back on, and what we have got is some multi-purpose grease. We're going to cover that in grease, and then we can push the new one on. Let's do that now. Doesn't matter how much you put on, try not to get it on the threads either, just on the bit that will be getting pushed on. Oh. New part. It might be a bit tight and a bit of a pain to get on, but we're going to give it a little whack, we're going to push it on, and I'll put you back on. There you go, that's the new one on, nice and tight. Now, we're going to fill this with grease, put a new cap on, then we can start rebuilding the brakes. There you go, all done, all on, all nice and tight. Now, we've got to put the disc back on. We'll do that now. Right, the disc should, if I rightly should, yeah, there you go. Don't even need to take the bracket off. Should fit in there. You get a new brake disc key, bolt, sorry, for that. Let's get that done up. Here we go, it is a little Allen key sort of torque bit. These don't need to go tight anyway. There we go. That's it. Now, time for the brakes. Right. Pads first. Brake pads in. I pushed the pads in, they slid in like that. They was a bit stiff because they're not new pads, they're old pads because they haven't been changed that long ago, to be totally honest with you. So now it is the caliper that's gonna be a bit of a nightmare. Let's get back on. Oh no, there we go. Push that caliper straight back on. We've got 2 bolts, we didn't get any new caliper bolts, but no, not a problem. Right, first caliper bolt in behind there. Next caliper bolt goes in the back here. You might need to give it a bit of tension to put it in, as the brake pads have little springs on them. And there we go, we're in. Them 2 bolts behind there, they're here, and one at the bottom. They 13mm. So we'll get them done up. Yeah, get them. You can probably see from here. There's one. And the top one, you either have to use a socket or this end. So I am going to go over it with a socket. Oh. Over here. Oh, beat. That's everything on now. All back to normal. What we've got to do now, is put the wheel on, and that's job done. This definitely did need replacing. It was an MOT advisory, so we've done it.